There is an orphan student who wants to be a successful entrepreneur someday. But one day, she struggles in her studies due to a lack of time management and she experienced to be a procrastinator. She had to earn for a living to support her expenses such as utility expenses, rent, food and water and so on. Also, she had to support her siblings.
Oh God. What should I do? I don't know which one of those tasks and fees are my priorities. Ugh. And my money is not enough to pay for a bills this month. Perhaps I can continue my studies when I have extra resources and time where I could focus on them.
Hello, Nicole. Where are you going?
Hi, Granny. I'm on my way to school because I decided to drop the school year due to lack of money and time.
Why? Where are you then?
I have been an orphan since I was 17. And I need to do this to have a regular job because as of now, I'm just a part-timer in the fast food chain. I really need a huge amount of money because my other siblings are still studying and I want them to continue their education even though I haven't enough money to supply their needs. But at least I try to work hard to earn for a living to support their expenses at their house.
Do you know that there are a lot of programs held by the government and LGS for children who's like you? But I have a good offer for you and your family. I will take care of your study expenses as well as your siblings because it's beautiful and it's unfortunate that we stop your studies, especially when you are about to graduate college. But in return, you will be my housemate until I die because I have no companion at home. My husband died last 2 months ago and we don't have any children.
Yes, I know those foundations, but we're not like the others that are really poorest of the poor. But will you really help me and my siblings? But why? Why don't you help other orphanages or other children that needs help?
I've been with someone before. I helped her and her family but in return, she fooled me. She stole my things and she used me to get what she wants. But today, I think it deserves itself. And I believe when you finish your bachelor's degrees, you will get the job that you are looking forward and a comfortable life that you can give to your siblings and to yourself.
After 2 years, the old granny died due to a heart complication. Then at that time, Nicole finally graduated in her chosen course. Moreover, she had a meeting with his siblings and advised them to do their activities on time or if possible ahead of time in order to not be a procrastinator like her. Also, she advised them to study hard and always choose their goal and career wisely. Therefore, their time and effort will not be in vain.
I have good news for our fellow citizens. Our economic situation has been improving since most of our countrymen received the vaccine against COVID-19 virus and other variants. In fact, there's a lot of establishments that already reopen to those toddlers up to adolescents and to our senior citizens. Also, some of the business owners decided to open again their shops that had been experiencing a huge struggle when the abundance of crisis or what we call COVID-19 affected the whole wide world. In such a way, they could recover from the loss of their business. But, my dearest compatriot, the COVID-19 and the other variants are still here in our country, just repeatedly reminding us that our safety is crucial. So don't forget wear your face mask, sanitize your hands, and keep the social distancing in order to have a happy holiday this year.
Hi guys, long time no see. Are all of you safe and okay?
Yes, we're quite good and safe. How about you?
How about you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Oh, and I'm glad that all of us are in the good condition and thank God that even thought we faced a lot of difficulties over the past few years, we're here alive, safe and sound.
What are you guys doing?
Actually, I'm looking for a job right now, but it's too difficult to find new job opportunities, even though we're under alert level 2 and other companies are not.
Heard you're the youngest manager to Aiding Corporation. It is possible to share your expertise on how do you manage your team and how do you gain more profit even though our country faced the pandemic for the past 5 years until now.
I'm very flattered that you observed that thing. So, it has become clear that we won't be back to business as usual anytime soon. A few months ago, the changes to the workplace brought on by COVID 19 were viewed as a temporary adjustment. It's something we need to endure for a few months before the inevitable return to commuting, offices, and face to face meetings. But, as companies settle into the reality that the current state of things might be the new normal. We need to shift our focus from temporary fixes to a fresh approach to our organizational strategy. For any businesses that relies on direct sales to drive revenue, it's time to systematically update your sales organization for the world we're living in now. I have two keys. So the first one is put sales at the center of your strategy. Most organizational strategy models either ignore the sales function entirely or only addresses it peripherally, focusing instead on markets, products and capabilities, initiatives and so forth. This may have worked well enough in a good economy, but in tight market, look at your sales function to win business. Sales connect all of your offerings to the market and the sales functions is how strategy gets executed. The pandemic has meant for the most that there is less business to be won. Yet, this presents an opportunity to rethink not only what you are selling, but how you are selling it as a means to increase revenue, margin, or market share. The second one is leverage sales to discover and meet new customers' needs. Even though the economy has tightened during the pandemic, it doesn't mean that there aren't new opportunities. COVID 19 has caused lifestyle shifts that have created new markets and sales prospects.
Excuse me, I need some classification about the leverage sales to discover new customers. Mm, what new customers needs being organized addressed by the business?
This is an opportunity to learn about the issues that are driving or reducing the use of your products. Determine what additional problems you could help customers solve and build a strategy to capitalize on and adapt your offerings. Look at your sales organization as the feedback loop to glean insights about your customers' changing needs. They are, after all, on the front lines and are uniquely positioned to help you understand what customers want now and aren't getting or perhaps most importantly, what they are getting from the competition. Applying those insights can be a game changer, not only for driving revenue, but for informing strategic growth decisions on new product and service combination, the optimization of your manufacturing process, and much more as everyone adapts to long term COVID related realities. These are just few strategies to improve our revenue during crisis. And regarding on how did I manage my team, before I answer that, we must know what management is. Management is the process of planning, organizing, leading, and controlling human and other organizational resources towards the effective achievement of organizational goals. This process are the keys to well manage your team, and aside from that, communication is very important, especially we're doing our job at our house.
Wow, you can be qualified to be the director of ABM Corporation. You really manage your team as well as the company. And I'm glad you know that your company was not affected because of what you did. But can I ask a question again? Because I'm so surprised that at the young age you're expert in this situation.
I really appreciated those compliments. Yeah, sure, go ahead.
What is planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling an organization?
Well, planning refers to deciding on an organization's goals and strategies, while organizing is ensuring that tasks have been assigned and the structure of organizational relationship facilities meeting goal. And staffing is filling up different job positions as needed in the organizational structures. Leading refers to relating with others so that their work efforts achieve. Lastly, controlling. It is ensuring actions that are consistent to organization's values and standards. If you will be a manager someday, of course, you need to apply or you need to at least know all of that in order for you to be a good or successful manager. By the way, do you remember the theory of evolution management?
Yeah, it involves improvement of work management methods from simple to more complex ones, which also focus on customer satisfaction and conduct of people at work. And it includes scientific management theory and general administrative theory.
Which the scientific management theory makes use of procedural and scientific methods for finding the single best way for doing a job. And the father of scientific method is Frederick W. Taylor. While the general administrative theory makes up good management practice or execution and focuses on management function, the characters most commonly involved with the general administrative theory were Henry Fayol and Max Weaver.
Where Henry Fayol's 14 management principles such as work division or specialization, authority, discipline, unity of command, subordination of individual interest to general interest, unity of direction, remuneration pay, centralization, scalar chain of authority, maintenance in order, equality, fairness, stability, security of tenure of workers, employee initiative.
And according to Max Weaver, bureaucracy is an organizational form imposed by the following components such as division of labor, hierarchical identification of job positions, detailed rules and regulations, impersonal connections with one another. I just want to add, being a manager is an individual engaged in the management activity of a business entity, whether a profit or non-profit organization. This success or the success of an organization is depend on the managers maximize her capability in doing business.
Did you hear the conversation? I'm quite amazed on how that woman managed their company and team.
Yeah, we heard it. We learned something from that woman.
What if we start our own business?
Sure, it's a perfect timing because I'm looking for a partnership because I badly want to start a business for an extra profit. But what kind of business?
Yes, indeed. Thank you for that wonderful suggestion. When I am looking for a job, I also want to be in this partnership. But we need to think carefully in order for us to be successful in the next few months or years.
I think food is in demand today. But when we franchise the branded fast food chain, where are we going to build in what community or place? When we create our own brand of milk tea, I think it is not applicable to our place because there's a lot of milk tea establishment here. So I suggest buffet because it makes easier for us to offer a variety of dishes to our future guests at once. And we can offer a friendly price to them. What do you think?